here in the States, musicals are something either you like or you don't. Oftentimes, a musical could be a masterpiece, but people will still not watch it or simply not like it because it's just a musical. Because here in the States, we associate them with cringy theater students or Disney. But that being said, was Sing a Bit of Harmony any good? And then people miss out on this movie. And also, a bigger question that's been circling around the web is, was Belle a better movie than Sing a Bit of Harmony? Well, those are two big questions. So first, let's review Sing a Bit of Harmony, and then we'll have a movie versus battle in the end. Alright, let's start with the review. First, I have to say that I had a really good time with this movie. Though the movie is super corny at times, it never takes itself too seriously, which helps it stay away from being a High School Musical clone. However, that doesn't stop it from being corny at times. So let's talk about the good. The group of friends in this movie have such a great chemistry with each other that makes it feel like they've been friends for years. It's a little too perfect in all honesty. However, none of the characters stood out to me except Xion. Xion is the AI in this movie and she steals the show, because anytime she's on screen, you guys could expect a great laugh or just something really exciting to happen, like singing a jazzy song and kicking a guy's ass. But what I love most about Xion is that she may be an AI, but they don't make her bland, and oftentimes in AI or robot movies, they are always so oblivious and unemotional. Then it takes the whole movie for them to get the same generic personality of awkward but cute. But then you have this wild card character of Xion, who's this very lively and charismatic character. It just really makes her stand out in this movie and easily makes her a very memorable character. Another thing that I just loved is just how much fun I had with this movie. The movie had me laughing consistently throughout and greatly anticipating what crazy scenario will our heroes follow into next. And considering how much crying I did this semester because of math, I really needed this. Now let's talk about the bad. While this movie is fun, it's not perfect by any means and it has a lot of flaws. The first would be is the same problems I had with Belle. It has way too many characters for its own good. There are scenes where we're supposed to care about the side characters Go-chan and Aya's relationship problems, but the problems between this couple are written so badly, it could give the lead writer to the Jerry Springer Show a run for his career. And what makes this part worse is this part of the movie has its own musical scene. Like if I had to compare this scene to a pizza, it would be a deep dish. The second thing this movie didn't do well was the story. The movie tried to portray our protagonist Satomi as a depressed loner, but never once did the movie give you time to feel like she was actually lonely, and almost immediately she had a close circle of people next to her. Like I said before, the friends were almost too perfect, considering they just started to hang out. Heck, I didn't know they weren't friends until they sang a song about it called Are You Happy Now? Unfortunately, because of these scenes, this movie's main focus is scattered throughout the movie, and it's hard to get emotional for the main plot. Thankfully, it doesn't rely on making you cry to enjoy this movie. Its fun, fast-paced scenes and humor truly make this movie a delight to see. I will have to say that Xion and Thunder really carried this movie together. Their dynamic together really brought some memorable scenes. Plus, finding out that Xion has been watching over Satomi and tried to replicate her favorite childhood movie in real life to cheer her up was really sweet, and it tied the movie nicely together. I would give this movie an easily a 7.5 out of 10. While this movie was a deep dish pizza and cheesiness, I still had a great time and the movie remained consistently entertaining throughout the entirety. Alright, it's time to go to the versus battle. Honestly, I could see why people are comparing both movies as they came out in the same month, and they are both about a girl whose life has been impacted positively by futuristic technology, and both movies have a lot of singing. However, the comparison isn't very fair since I'm going to assume that the budget for Belle was way higher than Sing a Bit of Harmony, so take this battle with very lightly, and this is more for fun and giggles. But before we begin, give your boy some love and hit the subscribe button so I can prove to my grandma that this isn't a waste of time and my mom shouldn't have aborted. Let's kick off this competition with the first category, music. Both movies proudly represented the musical genre well, but I easily have to give it to Belle as all the songs were unforgettable and beautiful. Those Sing a Bit of Harmonies, You've Got Friends, and Lead Your Partner are not to be dismissed as they are really good. I don't think I'll listen to them as often and frequently as some of the songs such as Gail's Song, You, and obviously A Million Miles Away. So in the category of music, Belle easily takes this point. Now let's go on to the next category. Plot and story. This point easily goes to Sing a Bit of Harmony. It has great humor, a decent plot, and an overall very entertaining story. Though Belle's plot and story are much deeper, unfortunately it failed to execute the story well, and I still love the movie, but I have to be honest that the story just wasn't very good. And because of that, the default point obviously is going to go to Sing a Bit of Harmony. Characters. I give this point to Sing a Bit of Harmony. Xion's character was just so much fun to see on screen, and she's very memorable. Heck, even Thunder gives my decision more weight, because once the movie was over, me and my friends were still talking about the characters and how funny they were. And when Belle was over, well, we talked about how amazing the songs were and how beautiful the animation was, but at that point it felt we were talking more about a music video than an actual movie. Animation. Obviously guys, I'm gonna give this point to Belle, and Sing a Bit of Harmony did have some beautiful scenes such as a solar panel scene, but you can't compare it to Belle's Million Miles Away scene.
Come back to me.
Now I couldn't pick a last category since there wasn't something that was significantly enough in the categories that would be a game changer at this point, and from what we've analyzed thus far, I have to give the win to Belle. Simply because the animation and music are so beautiful, and the fact that we got to receive it in IMAX, it truly felt like a more cinematic experience, and it felt magical. It's something that I'll honestly remember for the rest of my life. However, due to the high budget of Belle, it kinda does feel like I am giving the win to a rich kid who had better equipment, but it is what it is. And I have to say that Singing a Bit of Harmony could have won this if the story was much better, but unfortunately it only won that because of the default, because Belle's wasn't very good at all. So yeah, I just kinda have to give the win to Belle overall. Thank you guys so much for watching it. If you guys dig what content like this, let me know and I'll make sure to upload more reviews, and more different types of content is coming this way. I will be reacting to you guys' comments and also reacting to other people's reviews, so definitely stick around for that for both Belle and Sing a Bit of Harmony.